Right, so the name is Gearóid Curtin. I'm going to play barn dance and a reel. So
Any name of those barn dance and that barn dance and reel?
I think the first one is the Gypsy Princess that I got from Jack Telty when they brought out their CD with Cormac Begley, and the reel I heard Denny Mahoney, the box player from Kerry, playing. So.
The belly duff, that's
Belly
beyond
duff,
the stole, is it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Out there, so we'll
Okay,
give it a
Gearóid,
watch and
whenever
see.
you're ready. Unbelievable. Oh, it's crazy this other morning. A week after the flag killed here, and you again have assumed the heights. You're All Ireland Senior Banjo champion for the first time.
For the first time, yeah.
Will there be a second?
First and only time. That's it now.
That's definitive.
The boots are hanging after this.
Okay, you're again. You come from a very musical family, steeped in tradition in Brosna in North Kerry, is it?
Yeah, Brosna, North Kerry. It's supposed to be kind of a musical area anyway. I suppose down around Abbeyfield, kind of Brosna, Castle Island, back towards Guineaquila, that kind of way.
Right. Okay. So it'd be. Would it be? What kind of music? Sorry, I'm kind of lost here now. Slieve Lucra.
To be a lot of slides, polkas, hornpipes, reels, jigs. We kind of play everything down there.
And would there be an influence across the estuary from Clare as well?
Oh, they would, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Even, we'll say, a lot of the younger people coming up now, there to be a lot of mostly reels and jigs they play.
Right, okay.
A few hornpipes, kind of. You'd have a few, we'll say, the older people now that do carry on the slides and polkas, which is great because it keeps the whole thing alive, and you'd hear tunes that you might never have heard before.
Sure.
Which is a great thing, you know.
Yeah. How important in your area is dance? Like, there's always a kind of a communication between dance and music. How important is it to have a healthy dance scene, you know, to play music too? Or have you played music for a lot of dances?
I suppose it's very important really, because the dance is kind of the musicians that play for it, because you kind of play a lot better if you had dancers in front of you.
Sure.
You know, because the dancing is kind of part of it. I mean, if you listen back to the CD that was recorded in Dan Connell's pub there.
Not gonna agree, right?
Yeah, by Noel Hill and Tony McMahon. When you can hear the dancers in the background, you know, it's cracking stuff all together.
Sure. Okay.
You know, it's very good.
And who dictates in a kind of a union like that? Because I'm always kind of amazed sometimes where.
Well, it depends. The dancers kind of, some of them it's too fast, more too
Yeah.
slow, but a happy medium kind of suits all really.
And who dictates the happy medium?
Generally, it's the ones out on the floor.
Right, I thought it was. Listen, how did a grand-nephew of Con Curtin end up playing a banjo?
That's a good question. I suppose, I don't know, when I was younger I kind of liked it, and originally Dara wanted to go playing it as well, and there was a bit of a fight.
Dara's your younger brother?
Yeah, who won the fiddle this year, and there was kind of at the Senior Fiddle, and there was kind of a fight over the two of us as to which one would take it.
So you were the elder one, and
I said, I'm taking this. I said, start off now. I said, this is my one. Take up the fiddle or something. I said, there's 4 strings on that as well.
And was it a violent encounter, or was it verbal?
Well, like some things it can be like at times, but no, it wasn't too bad.
Lovely.
You know, a bit of coaxing and he was on the fiddle, so
Right, okay.
we sent him on his merry way.
It worked out well because the two of you on the same year, which is a phenomenal achievement.
Yeah, I suppose it's kind of a rarity really that you'd have, I suppose, kind of 2 brothers or a brother and sister or something like that did win kind of senior competitions more so than anything.
Yeah.
To win them on the same day and everything, you know, it's kind of a rarity. So it was, you know, it was a nice touch as well to bring home the 2 titles.
Absolutely, and your parents must be absolutely elated because I know over the years your father especially, I've had great contact with him, and just through music and just through chatting after Flas,
yeah,
he must be absolutely elated.
Oh, yeah, he's delighted about the whole thing. You know, it's kind of how would you put it? It's just something that he always wanted. That it'd be nice. He said if we ever did get it, you know, that to be kind of ticked off for him, that he could say that, you know, that we had this and that done. So it was a major achievement, you know, and he was delighted with it really overall.
And he's a great driving person and has been for years behind you. Great encouragement, great nurturer.
Encouragement and great driver as well.
Sure.
He was wanted. You know, he was very handy like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was deadly. He was, you know, he'd never shy away from our if we wanted to go someplace or had something lined up, he'd say, yeah, we'll tip on or we'll organise around it or something like that, you know.
Okay.
Which was fierce handy.
Brilliant. Okay, and listen, your influence on banjo, I see you're playing a North Kerry man's creation as well.
Oh, stick to the home.
David's from where? Ballylongford, is it?
Yeah, Ballylongford, I think, yeah, and he's living up in Kildare now.
League slip, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's still making, I'm not too sure.
He is, I was chatting to him recently.
Gee, that's where I got the banjo. I suppose influences would have been, I started off kind of with Willie Larkin over in Timpidlenton when I started out, would say, at the banjo. My first port of call was Willie. He was teaching, would say, a whole array of instruments. So then I went from there to Aisling Neville, I suppose, in Listowel.
Right.
And I was with her for a good few years. And kind of after that, it was kind of out my own, and kind of in between then I kind of John Carty a few times. Other banjo players would have been Gearóid Curtin was a man that helped me an awful lot this year with different pieces. Gearóid's from Abbeyfield, who's actually getting married to a Brosna woman.
He is, okay. What's a Mairéad, is it?
Mairéad Curtin, a great concertina player as well, which is, you know, it's nice to see a man coming across the border into good music and into good land.
I'm sure he'll appreciate it comment when he sees us on YouTube. But Gearóid, I know from experience here, he's a nuclear fusion of energy in anything he does.
Yeah.
Apart from banjo, he's dancing, he's singing, he's storytelling.
Yeah,
so he must have been yeah, he does. He must have been a massive influence in you.
Oh, he was, yeah, in fairness. I mean, to give him all the credit for this year and what he did for me, like, in the last couple of weeks was just phenomenal, you know.
Sure.
He said to me last year after I was in the banjo, he said, you know, you'd want someone to listen to, and then it was kind of, when I came out of Munster this year, I said, you know, maybe I would want someone to listen to me just to kind of push it that extra bit of a half mile or whatever.
Sure.
And in fairness to him, he was up for the challenge and was willing to do it and give me a hand, so
okay.
It all helped.
So he's beatified at this stage, and maybe he'll assume sainthood shortly. Maybe at the festival in June, the Con Curtin festival.
Probably will.
Are you looking forward to that festival?
Yeah.
Especially now because of your brother or Dara and yourself.
Well, I wouldn't say even after the win this weekend or last weekend. Just every year you'd always look forward to it because there's always a great lineup of musicians there. There's always great sessions, everything. You know, there's great musicians from every corner of Ireland down there. So it's it's a great festival, you know.
Okay,
You'd always look forward to when it's coming around.
brilliant.
And
And
the talk
even
beforehand,
more so in
the lead up.
2017.
Exactly.
Okay, so between the two of you, you're not going to defend your title. That's it.
No.
Boots hanged up.
No.
Is that a definite?
Oh, that's a different.
All right, a definite
Boots
from
are
Dara
hanging.
behind me.
That's it. I'll even
Okay.
sign my name to the bottom of it.
All right, and listen, do you have any involvement in sport? Like Kerry playing Dublin this weekend. Okay, did you ever have an involvement in sport?
I did. I suppose when we were under 14, and kind of I gave it up because I kind of rather the music
Yeah.
and football not so much.
Right.
And it was kind of a bit of a chore for me to be gone down to the football field. I didn't really fancy it, so I said stick to what I knew and stick to what I was kind of half decent at.
The music's in the blood, okay, and the
Yeah.
football wasn't.
Exactly, so
Okay.
that's kind of all I'll say now this weekend with Kerry playing Dublin. You'd like to see him win it, but you never know.
Well, my father was a Kerry man from Duas, so it wouldn't be too far from me, so I'm hoping for the best. Listen,
never know.
Gearóid, it's a thrill having you here. Well done to the two of you and your family, and good luck with the music into
Yeah.
the future.
Cheers. Thanks very much, John.